IRS doesn't come back, we repeal the 16th Amendment and not let that of the income tax that is so evil. It is based on the principle that if the government can have a tax on our income, it makes the assumption that the government owns us. They own 100% of our income and they give us permission to keep a certain percentage. So the rejection should have been immediate on principle that even a 1% tax on anybody was wrong. So today, of course, is out of control. It emphasizes the fact that they own us, and in a free society, the responsibility and ownership of one's life remains with the individual, not with the government. One other area that I think emphasizes the assumption that government owns our life, and that is buried in the principle of selective service and the military draft. When the government tells every 18-year-old that they must sign up with the potential of being called to duty anytime, no matter what's going on in the world, even undeclared wars, it means that they assume that they owe 18-year-olds. And they've embedded into our system this silly, ungodly notion that an 18-year-old owes a lot more to his country than everybody else. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know, if our country ever became truly threatened, which I'm not anticipating because we are so strong, nobody's going to invade us, but the whole idea that there has to be the potential of calling up 18 to 20-year-olds because somebody goes and starts bombing Iran and moving and spreading the war. This is a preposterous notion, and I think what we should do as freedom fighters is to make absolutely sure that the lives believed belong to the individual. If we are truly threatened, we all ought to volunteer and participate in fighting our enemies. Has turned out to be one of the key issues of the campaign has been that of foreign policy. And obviously it is because we're bogged down once again. And in my lifetime I remember being bogged down many times. I remember the last war we won. It was a declared war and we won it in a lot shorter time than we've been in Iraq. But we got bogged down. We're still in Korea. We got bogged down. We lost 60,000 people in Vietnam. And we're bogged down once again. I am convinced that one of the major reasons why we get dragged into these wars, we get bogged down, is we get into these wars unconstitutionally. We should never go to war without a declaration of war and go in and fight and win. Yes, that's true. We didn't listen to you. You preached against the war for years and years before it happened. But it happened now. And we're in there. We're in a predicament. And if we leave, things will be worse than ever. So therefore, don't you think it's morally wrong to leave? And I say, no, it's not morally wrong. The moral responsibility that I have is to the people in this country to bring our troops home and save the money and bring our freedom home. On the other side is that things will get much worse. I said, who makes those claims? Well, the people who claim that it will get much worse are the ones who claim that it would be a cakewalk if we went in. Why shouldn't we listen to them? There's no reason why we should listen to them. They've been wrong on everything they said. They said that oil would pay for it. What have we done? That we went in there to protect our oil? How did it become our oil? We went in there when oil was 20 $97 a barrel. Now it's $84 a barrel. They've only producing half as much as they used to. All that planning and agitation and fibbing or lying about what is happening doesn't hold water. So all we have to do, once again, we would not get ourselves into these messes if we just minded our own business. About going into war, not only is it without a constitutional declaration, but we go in inevitably under the UN. I mean, even in this war, we went into enforcement of the resolution. So I would say the proper position that we should have for the UN is that there's no need to be in the UN. Sovereign nation that protected liberty here at home, and yet traded with people and traveled and were friends with everybody, we still would not need UN, IMF, the World Bank, WTO, the NAFTA, or NATO, or our own borders. Maybe that's Today we have hundreds of border guards serving in Iraq. At the same time, of course, our borders are open. And it's a difficult problem to solve all that, but we should obey the law. That would be a starter. But we should also eliminate the incentives for individuals who want to come here to disobey the law. Immigration should never be rewarded with automatic citizenship, no amnesty. There should never be any federal mandates on the states to force the states to give free medical care and free education. No easy solution to all the problems surrounding that, because the true solution is repealing the welfare state, because there are jobs that go begging in this country, and we have a system that encourages people, believe it or not to work. And we need encouragement for people to work and take some of these jobs. But we won't be able to accomplish that overnight. But I know we could accomplish the fact that we don't have to continue to subsidize something that is illegal. And we should act more responsibly and deal with this by providing more border guards. But you know, in the other area that we have really fallen down on is in the area of personal liberties. You know, there was a famous saying that was written back in World War I by a writer by the name of Randolph Bourne, who said, "War is the health of the state." And this is a true statement. When war is going on, the people are supposed to succumb to the government coming and taking away our liberties. And war, there's constant wars going on. Now we're told we have a perpetual war. Perpetual war against the tactic. A perpetual war against terrorism, which means that we're supposed to be subject to the demands of the authoritarians, that we have no right to our personal liberties. I have a conviction regarding this. I do not believe for 1 minute that we have to sacrifice one drop of liberty to be secure.